Yeah,
I'll say.
I would say.
So Generation Y actually would be it. Because we never call them Gen Y, we call them millennials. And it's kind of funny because Gen Y is the harbinger of pop, punk, and emo music. So they're Generation Y.
There's a
5,
4,
3,
2,
and 1.
1.
Hello world, here's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, bienvenue, welcome to the Happy Hour.
Welcome back, Happy Hour listeners. We are recording on a rando Thursday, once again, for your listening and viewing pleasure. My name is David Auger. I am at Glaucus123 on Twitter.com. Joined as always, and other socials. Joined as always by Beth.
Hello, I'm at HIVERHOIT. I'm back from being ill and traveling.
Oh, yeah, welcome back, Beth. Be at the new back.
Thank you. I'm traveling again this weekend. I'm staying home for 10 business weeks. Like,
Excellent.
I'm tired.
Business weeks, that does not include weekends, so you're still allowed to travel on the weekends.
No,
and,
that includes.
And Veronica.
No.
And Veronica.
Yeah. I'm at CHILE_Pepper on Twitter, on Instagram, on Threads, and CHILE Pepper on Blue Sky.
And we're the Happy Hour at Happy Hour, on Twitter, happyhour.com, the website, youtube.com/Happy Hour. Happy Hour Pod, don't pay attention to that one though. So we're recording right after the Columbus Blue Jackets game, which is a game I frankly cannot talk about in any reasonable, rational way because of how utterly terrible the officiating was. I can't take it seriously. Cannot take it seriously. I was aghast by how awful it was. The first period, it all started with a boarding on Arbor Jackeye against some rookie Russian player, like boarded him. Straight up boarding. Jackeye, one who does not like getting boarded, it is on his list of no's in the Habs website, no boarding. He got up and started fucking beating the hell out of this guy, which he would want to do.
Yeah,
now,
like if I got boarded, I would do the same thing.
Now, the thing is, any reasonable person would think, okay, it's probably going to be a 4-on-4 because of the boarding call and Jackeye fighting the guy, right? No. Tonight, it remained 5-on-5. And the boarding wasn't even issued, as far as I can tell, however. I'm looking at things. The boarding wasn't even issued. Jackeye got a fighting and a roughing penalty in one play. What? What the fuck are you even talking about here? Okay, so that happens. Okay, that sucks. 5v5. In the time that the penalties are still being given, they still have people in the box for the for the boarding and the fight and all that stuff. I'm sorry, the not boarding. It wasn't boarding. Excuse me. According to the NHL, it was not boarding. In the same play,
he did get the 2-minute for boarding.
Oh, he did? When it was called
that's what I heard on the radio too, so I looked it up.
When it was called on the TV, it was not boarding. It was like, what? So
he got boarding and fighting.
Yeah, that's the Vershensky guy. Voronkov. Thank you. The rookie Russian guy.
The new kid.
Yeah, new kid who was Anyway, regardless, in the same play, Newhook gets boarded. Tanner Pearson comes up behind the guy that just boarded Newhook. Starts clobbering him, as one is wont to do. Now we get 4-on-4 hockey. But again, what is going on here? Yeah. The team that is boarding the other team is not getting the disadvantage of being a bunch of shitbags on the ice. Yeah. All of that to say, the first period ends 2-0 Columbus. And tempers are high. My temper's high. And I've already, the whole premise of the game being a professional sport is lost. It's just,
Oh, boy.
it is awful. Did it get better throughout the 2 periods? I don't know. I think that's subject to interpretation because I don't think it was good at all, especially when we look at the 3rd period. But we're going to go through the periods right now. 2nd period, Nick Suzuki with his first of the season.
Yeah.
Makes it 2-1, Columbus leading
Less
still.
than a minute into the first.
Yes,
I mean,
less
in
than a
the
minute.
second.
Unassisted, the kid. Wrist shot. Excellent job. Excellent job. That's actually the other thing. So the following power play at 13 minutes ends up being Columbus scoring on that power play. 2 power play goals the Habs have allowed in the game. Makes it 3-1 Columbus. And that one, I think, was off of Justin Barron, not tripping a guy. Because the guy stepped on the puck and Justin Barron's stick happened to be there and the guy slipped. It's like,
Yes.
oh, great. Okay, super. Yeah, so let's just keep calling it like we don't get paid 6 fucking figures a year. I fucking hate refs. Moving on. Cash money. Habs at the end of the 2nd period. Poor Matheson. Matheson's great. We love ourselves on Mike Matheson.
Did you see his
2
pajama
times-
ad today? Excellent.
Did he? Oh, he did with his kid, right?
So, yes, like that child is perfect.
That
Like,
kid is
somebody
also
painted
him. It's
Yes.
also him
It's-
as a child.
it's just-
It's like just
It's
it's
just
like
a tiny. It's a Matheson.
It's
and
me.
a
It's a
mini-
little Mike Matheson.
it literally
it's
is.
just like, but I want those pajamas, and also like I want to frame that ad and just put it on my wall.
I haven't
So
seen
cute.
it. Darn
Hey
it.
Beth, who's this
I'll send
guy?
it to you.
Oh, he's a professional
It's just-
hockey player
it's
with his
just
son.
like, is it Petit Lem?
They were doing an ad for a team, and I decided to frame it. So poor Matheson though had some trouble on the power play. It's the Habs. What are you going to do? He just couldn't hold the blue line. Pass goes back to him, goes over his stick. Pass goes back to him again, goes over his stick. 2 separate power plays that this happened on until finally Matheson gives away. Matheson takes, Matheson gives. There it is. That's what I meant to say. Scores
Give us away.
an
Yeah.
amazing goal on the power play to put the Habs within 1 going into the 3rd period. Okay, now comes
And that
the
was
shit.
right when I walked through the door.
That's right. Thank you, Veronica, for finally paying attention to the game so we can win. God damn it.
Well, I was listening on the radio.
Good. No, it's all good. 3rd period starts, and it was a brutal affair insofar that action, both sides of the ice, back and forth, actual legit hockey finally being played in this day and age of our, of the internet. Where is this?
This
Okay,
day and age.
I had to
In
fix
the
something.
day of the internet.
So, and how does this happen? Oh, right. This is on the power play again that the Habs get. And, that's right. No, good cycling from the first unit. A lot of heat getting put on Suzuki for not being producing and whatnot. But man, Caulfield had himself quite a final 2 periods here. Regardless, Caulfield takes a shot of sorts, but it's Monahan right in the crease, tips it in through the 5-hole, ties it up with plenty of game left to play, unfortunately. And it's in the final minutes of the 3rd period that the Zebras rear their head once more. Oh my God. Tanner Pearson is on a breakaway, and the final minutes is like breakaway one way and the other for both teams. It's madness. Pearson, he has himself a bit of room, bit of time in the slot, very close to the crease, and he gets hooked. There's no other way to say it, but somebody's stick on the opposing team was in his hands, and he couldn't handle the puck because of it. Now, I didn't see this happen, but I saw people tweeting about it, whereas, Pearson complains about it. And let's talk about Pearson for a second. What a bro. I am so happy he is a Hab right now because
he's here to chew bubblegum and play hockey, and he's all out of bubblegum.
he has so much bubblegum and he kicks ass.
Yeah.
He helped out Newhook when Newhook got, boarded in the first period there. And he makes plays, man. He's old dependable.
Like
we can
got
rely
here,
on
and like
him.
he's like, this is my family.
Yes.
He is Fast and Furious seeing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He is Dom Toretto.
Dumb Trout. And
Yeah.
so he complains to the ref, and the ref tells him to fuck off. Like, are you fucking kidding me at this point? What the fuck is the point of having
It's a
on-ice
toxic work
officials
environment.
if they're not? I've complained about this year in, year out. They manage the game and they're fucking bad at it. You gotta manage it. You can't manage it. You have to fucking call shit that fucking happens. Not, oh my god, if I call too many things on this side, it looks like that we're biased. Go eat shit and fucking bet on a game and get fired then, if that's the case. Because I'm sure that refs can bet on games and they don't have nearly as much scrutiny as fucking players do. Like Shane Pinto on the Senators. Oh my god, that's a crazy. 41 games? I think if you murder somebody, you get 20 games. 41?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Going the other way, very same play. Columbus has the puck. They're coming back the other way. One of the Columbus players are going across the slot. Gallagher's covering him. Gallagher gets a stick up, high stick, bam, call, power play in the final minute of the third period. And I am losing my fucking shit at this point because that was a fucking slashing call down there. Here's a high stick call. Oh, let's just give the Columbus Blue Jackets, who had oodles of time to, not be penalized for the 2 boarding calls. Granted, the Habs did have a lot of power plays. Even so, that's because they were clear infractions that should be fucking called.
Yeah.
They kill half the penalty. We go into overtime on the fucking penalty kill. And I'm like, I want to swallow cyanide right now. But they kill it. And the Habs play themselves one hell of an overtime. And man, oh man, was Caulfield on fire.
He was everywhere.
Like,
he was
overtime.
on players on the puck, like white on rice. Like, it was.
Oh, he was like Gallagher. If Gallagher was like 10 years younger.
Vintage Gallagher.
It was like Gallagher and Caulfield were like, I am Gallagher. And they just fucking, and they just fucking ran around and shit. And it was, of course, Caulfield in overtime wins it. And I am so fucking glad, because if the Blue Jackets walked out of there with a win, I would have went up there, slashed all the refs' tires, then threw them into the St. Lawrence. Because there's no excuse for this kind of shenanigans.
Like,
how is this excused? Oh, I'm gonna rest.
Beth.
Like, it's just, I love this game. And like, I understand, like, being a fan of things is stressful, but like, I feel like it shouldn't be this stressful. But like, and this is not just with the Habs, but like, it feels like being a hockey fan right now is also like very similar to the experience of being an American citizen right now. Because so much shit is wrong, but nobody that's in charge of anything or has the power to do anything wants to do anything, because they would have to be slightly inconvenienced.
Well, there's one thing that I thought about this game, and it was after after the game, I switched over to RDS, or not RDS, but the RDS feed of the game on Game Center. And they were interviewing Cole Caulfield, who got the first star of the game.
Yes, he did.
And he was
3-point night for him.
Yeah. And so he was asked, what happened there between the first and the second, because you guys came out like a different team. And he's like, well, words from the coach, basically, is what he said. Yeah. And I was just thinking, like, tonight, in light of the terrible officiating and how it seemed that the refs were managing the game and everything, it was impressive to me that a team of mostly young guys kept their cool and just set their sights on winning the game. And that's how you get them back, right? Like the shitty hit of Fantilli on Mike Matheson, that was predatory. And so what they did was go out and score. And so that's what you do, is you just focus on winning the game and don't lose your cool. And so that is like quite in contrast with the team that had just found out that they had lost Kirby Dach for the entire season, and that they played the most undisciplined game that they played in a long time that night. So to see this tonight was impressive. And there's 2 things that I wanted to mention. There are 2 players that I want to highlight. One of them is Sean Monahan, who for me is very unsung. and he's constantly looking for something to create, and like I said the other night, he's a quietly sexy player. Like he does things that is just like, oh, like just like he's got balls. Like he tries things and does them, right?
Huge sack on that guy. Absolutely
And
monstrous
then the
sack.
second one is Mike Matheson. Mike Matheson, when they were losing on Saturday night, took the puck end to end, faked a back pass, went right to the net and got his goal. And I was just thinking, that is leadership. That is what a leader steps in and steps up and does that. And this is the last thing I'm ever going to say about Jeff Petrie. But like,
Who?
just the level of leadership that Mike Matheson demonstrates is exactly what these kids need. And had these kids had a leader like that during that awful, terrible season, at the beginning of that season, instead of a D-man, the veteran who was always moping and complaining, like everything that was going on in his personal life, which is what the defenders of Jeff Petrie like to bring up all the time, that's not my fucking problem. Like, it's not his teammates' fucking fault that, his kids' grandparents don't want to get a shot. So they've got all this COVID shit going on. It's just like, you don't let your teammates down that way. So anyway, Mike Matheson, leader. I like everything that he represents. And Sean Monahan, I want to give him a little love.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, and I'm really happy that I was right about him, because a lot of people weren't sure about him. I really like him.
Habs are a better team with Monahan than without him, 100%.
Yes.
Let's see. It was floating around on Twitter that Newhook may not be the center that the Habs need there, but it's kind of like, well, what else are you going to do with Doc out? With Doc in, if Doc was in this lineup, way better, more balanced team, etc.
Possibilities.
There's going to be
It's
going to be tough for a bit.
It's like when Shea was gone and they were like, well, we have to work with what we have, so they put Petrie in Shea's place, and it's not who you want there, it's not what you want there, but that's what you have to use, kind of thing. Somebody else that I wanted to mention is RHP. He's had like a kind of quieter start to the season, but he had two really good shots. I think in the second, they were close together. In the second, I think it was in the second period. And like if they I think they both went wide or whatever, but they were just so good, and it was just like nice to see, like, okay, like he's willing to try again. He's not doing anything sloppily because he missed the first time and he's just like desperate or whatever. Like, they were both really good shots. It's just the aim was off. There was traffic, whatever. And I just really hope that he keeps working on that, and because it's going to go in. It's going to go in. And I feel like, honestly, everybody seems to be having a quiet-ish start to the season, but almost everybody. But he did some good things tonight, and that wasn't somebody I'd seen mentioned very much at all today. Yeah.
Well, they keep floating him between the first and second line because they don't know who to put with Suzuki and Caulfield still.
Yeah.
That's something else.
Put Allen there. Shit. Like,
put Newhook. I think Newhook should get a try up there too,
Right.
despite how crazy that would make things down the pipe. Anyway, there it is. Fucking refs, man.
I was really sad at how quiet the Bell Center was for most of the game. Like, it was
not attended, apparently. Not very well.
Oh, really?
According-
They sounded pretty loud in the third and
In the third, yeah, but like the first couple periods, I was like, this is terrible.
It's like, what is this, Scotiabank? Honestly, no. Let's be real here. What am I looking for? Yeah, all that stuff. There's 629. Okay. I forgot to do our tweet about the win.
Another thing that I wanted to mention too is that the third was really all Habs. They had an extended, prolonged 5v5 in the ozone there, where Max and I were just screaming our heads off. It was very exciting.
They were throwing everything at the net at that point. Themselves,
Would have been
bodies, pucks.
such a shame if they'd lost.
I would have been just out of my goddamn
Yeah.
mind if they lost. Oh,
I can imagine.
my
Yeah, I was like, I
fucking
think the entire game,
God.
I was like, I'm gonna have to listen to Dave scream at me for an entire hour.
Oh yeah, you are.
None of this was my fault.
I cannot believe you made that call, Beth.
I know. No, I'm so sorry. It would be interesting, like, if they had like an amateur ref like preseason game or something. It'll
Apparently,
never happen.
well, that was one of the things. One of the refs had like 26 games of NHL experience next to a guy that's had over 1,500. It's like, okay, I get it. Funny to mention too, on Monday, Monday. So Monday they had 16 games, which means that every game in the NHL was playing that night. And I remember the broadcast saying
Tuesday.
they were running out of officials to ref the game. You know, so they had to like bring people up and whatnot. And I was like, huh, how quaint and odd of a thing to have to deal with.
That was
Why did they
Tuesday, no?
schedule
Was it
it?
Tuesday?
It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause it
sorry.
was Monday.
I'm
that
sorry.
only
The
Monday
Mon-
it was the Habs and Buffalo,
which was apparently
playing on the microwave.
unwatchable compared to
Yeah.
other sports luminaries of the time. It's like, what the fuck do you want hockey to do? Have a game on fucking MLB playoff night? Like, what the fuck are you? Oh my god, I fucking
But the
hate
thing is-
sports people. They're all
the thing-
morons. They're morons.
The way that they did Tuesday, though, it's like the first night of the NBA. It's a Tuesday, isn't it? It's a Tuesday in October. Like, put that thing, like, put it after right after the Super Bowl. I don't know, like the market. Like, I don't understand. Like, I do not have a marketing degree. Like, I don't want to sell shit to people.
Might as well have a
But-
game at 1 a.m. New Year's Day. Might as well. Yeah. Why
Yeah,
not?
that
Fuck
would
it.
be interesting.
That would be super cool for the
I would
league.
definitely fall asleep during it, but I love falling asleep to like hockey sound and like do two
Yeah,
like
me too.
ass team, like do fucking Vegas and the Panthers, like that'd be freaking crazy.
Yeah. Vegas Panthers, 1 a.m. New Year's Day.
Yeah, like
Let's
when
do
would you
it.
like instead of like the Winter Classic, it's like the
Oh.
fucking I don't.
Even better question: who is the Winter Classic this year? Does anybody know? Has it
don't
been
know.
announced?
Toronto.
Is it Toronto? And
I
then
have
there's
no
like
idea.
there's a Heritage game coming up, and Connor McDavid's gonna miss it, and people are freaking out. And I was like,
Aw.
"There's a Heritage game coming up." Like,
Oh.
let's see.
Oh yeah, Winter Classic is usually a New Year's thing. Actually, come to think
Yeah,
of
it
it,
is New Year's Day.
That's funny.
2024 Winter Classic.
Blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be oh, that's right. It's gonna be the fucking Kraken and the Knights. Fuck off.
Also, we're gonna play in a pond again. Unless they're playing in
Where is
Seattle.
it at?
Well,
It's-
we probably can't.
Yeah, no,
fly
I
to Seattle
think
either.
it's in Seattle. It's in Seattle. T-Mobile Park.
Yeah,
This will be
T-Mobile
the
is Vegas.
T-Mobile Park is Seattle. T-Mobile
Is it really?
Arena. T-Mobile Arena is Vegas. T-Mobile Park is Seattle.
Oh my god. This will also be the first Winter Classic to take place in a retractable roof stadium. Due to Seattle's rainy climate that may affect ice conditions, organizers planned on closing T-Mobile Park's retractable roof in case of heavy rainfall. This could result
So it's gonna be inside.
This could result in the first indoor Winter Classic,
It's gonna
which
be
is
fun.
essentially a fucking hockey
Big
game.
hockey-
Jesus fucking Christ. Like it's like the Pride tape. We're banning it. And then one player
With a
wears
two-way
it at a
contract.
game. And then they're
Yep.
like, oh wait, maybe we shouldn't. But also credit also to Scotiabank in Canada for saying we're going to just give away Pride tape until the NHL reverses this. Because who the fuck are they fucking dumb? Were they born yesterday? Did IQ suddenly drop off after fucking lockdowns ended? Like fucking Christ, man!
It's
Oh my
ridiculous. Like they
God.
say they want to grow the game, but like they're literally not doing anything. I'm like, you could make so much fucking money by being like actively
Be
like,
gay.
but, yeah,
So
like,
much
literally-
gay money out there.
we have
Millions
like,
to
listen,
be
I don't have a
made.
lot of money, but I'm willing to spend money on like dumbass shit. If I get to be excited and be like excited about being gay about it. I have
Oh.
several things that I bought just because they are like queer or bisexual related. Like we will spend the money, and there are gay people
Just
who
all
have
of
so
the
much
fucking
money.
all of the white people in charge of the NHL have to die.
We gotta. There needs
That's
to be,
all.
like,
That's all it is. That they have to die and they have to
have
be
to go.
replaced with people that grew up in an era where this is tolerated.
like it's so
and
stupid.
accepted.
Like they're
Oh.
being so greedy in all of the wrong ways that
Oh.
they're just hurting themselves.
They're just squeezing the Fox viewers until they die. And once they die, better world for everybody. Sorry to say, it's just fucking facts at this point. The Habs also played 2 other games this past week. 3 other games, excuse me. Let's see. Actually, yeah, they did pretty good. A win against the Caps in OT, where they blanked
That was
Ovechkin.
lovely.
That was awesome.
We finally got some shots on goal.
Yep, finally got some
Ovechkin.
shots on goal. Yep, that was a yeah, what's going on? Yep, Gallagher with that one, Caulfield again, duh, and Monahan in that game against the Caps. The Buffalo game that nobody wanted to watch because it was Habs in Buffalo. Justin Barron with his first of the season. Good for him. Followed by Gallagher and Mr. Pearson. I like Mr. Pearson.
I like him.
Power play.
He does not look like how I don't know what I expected him to look like. I think I expected him to look more like Justin Barron for some reason, but I see him, I'm like, who the fuck? Oh yeah, that's Tanner Pearson.
Yeah.
Like he was interviewed tonight and I was like, who is that guy? Oh, it's Tanner Pearson. That picture with the Toffolies. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tanner Pearson.
Is that Tanner Pearson on the far on the right?
because they
I
played
was like,
together?
who is
They
this
played
guy?
together in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it's Tanner
of course.
Pearson. I didn't
The
know. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
The other thing about Tanner Pearson, I'm like, oh, that's what he sounds like.
It's like Boris Beckham.
Yeah.
He reminds
Beckham?
me of like
What's
like
his last-
a young nerdy teacher, like who's like he's still like kind of awkward and he's like doesn't know, like he's afraid of his students a little bit because he was like maybe bullied in high school. Like that's the vibe he gives. I'm like, it's okay, Tanner. Like we're not gonna hurt you. I mean, I'm not gonna hurt you. Like some other
No.
people might be mean, but it's okay. But I like him. I'm a fan.
He's too tall to be bullied effectively.
You can be bullied if you're tall.
Yeah,
if you're
sure,
awkward
but
enough.
not the tall that he is. Like, there's
Yeah,
a
he's
difference
true.
between
He's-
tall
he's
and long.
enormous.
He's
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
He is an enormous dude, but I like Tanner. I'm happy that he's here. I know that he wasn't apparently not happy about being traded.
At first,
Or
no, he was
or the way it went
shocked.
down, but like I like the way that he's performing, and I like that he's sticking up for his teammates here.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not just like showing up and then going home.
Well, he's a
kind of thing.
dad. Guy's 31 years old.
He's
Yeah.
my age.
Yeah. Welcome to the party, Beth. Happy to have ya. Then the Habs played the
Where's
Devils,
the
and they got
party?
shellacked by Tyler Toffoli. If Tyler Toffoli was the only person that scored that night, the Devils still would have won.
I came home from work. I thought I was sick again on Tuesday. Was that Tuesday? Yeah. I
Yes.
thought I had I was seen at work. I had a chest x-ray. I was like, I have the flu, I have pneumonia, I have something. I just have a long cough. But I came home. I watched
as opposed to a tall cough.
Yeah. But I came home, I watched the first period and I passed the fuck out.
Oh, you were
And I
done,
had
yeah.
already been like bracing myself, like Tyler Toffoli's gonna finally score against the Habs. Like I'm gonna be sad
Oh,
about it. And I
yeah.
slept. Like I had my volume was on full blast. Like I was gone to the world. I slept until 6 a.m. when my alarm went off. And I woke up and I was like, Tyler Toffoli scored. He got a hat trick. Like what?
And then Tyler
Crazy.
Toffoli scored another hat trick the day after.
Yeah, he was
Ah.
inspired.
But they lost, didn't they? The Devils yesterday?
Oh shit, did they? I would not have expected that. Well, we are not the deviled egg hour.
The deviled egg potluck.
What would
I
be a
thought I
good
heard something about
podcast
that.
name for the Devils? I would like the deviled eggs. That would be a perfect. So anybody that runs a
Do you
Devils
know any
podcast,
Devils fans?
Yes,
I do.
I know.
I know one at
Carlos.
work, but like I don't care about him enough to like suggest this to him.
There are an odd smattering of Devils fans in
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah, it
peculiar
was 6-4.
places. Was it Devils though? 6-4.
No,
No.
Capitals 6-4. The Capitals came back from like a big deficit. Like
Did Ovechkin decide to start playing hockey again? He's like, "Whoa, hockey's here! I was just skating in practice."
Woo.
Imagine he didn't score. That would shock.
I believe he did. He got the 6th goal, so he did not get the game winner. Connor McMichael got the game winner, and then Alex Ovechkin got the insurance.
Yeah.
Responsible adult.
If you want insurance,
Yeah.
Ovechkin and Co. No, but good for Tyler Toffoli. I was just wondering, man, what was the Toffoli trade actually? I gotta look that up.
we got that guy, the kid, Emil Heineman.
Oh, that's right.
We were because everybody's like, who is that guy? Everybody mentions Emil Heineman and like, who is that? And everybody's like, oh, he was in the Toffoli trade.
Yeah.
Isn't he
Thank you.
injured?
I think he's injured.
Laval?
Tyler Toffoli also 31 years old.
Yes.
Look at that.
And they lost their dog over the summer.
Yeah.
Roger.
That was sad.
Did something happen?
She was old.
Okay.
She was 12. Yeah.
It's so weird with small dogs. It's like, I don't know if you're a puppy or
No, you
not.
can't tell. Like a lot of times sometimes with like the white ones, you're like, honey. But most of them, they're like, I am gonna be spry until I die. And then you're gonna just be like, oh, they were old.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm looking up the details of the Toffoli trade. So yeah, we got Emil Heineman straight up. We got that first round pick. Remember that freaking controversy back in last year, sorry. We got a first round pick that was conditional, and it ended up that the Habs got the first round pick from Calgary. All right, and then Calgary had no more picks for the next draft, and it was like a big fiasco in Calgary. Anyway, that first round pick ended up being Philip Machar. So that's pretty cool, I think. So far. But yeah, poor Heineman, I believe, is injured.
Injured.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Random, unrelated to things. Dylan Strome. When I see his name, I have to remind myself. I always want to call him Dylan Strome, like the musician. And I know it's not the same, but it's just don't look at me like that in that tone of voice, Dave. I just feel like I would flow better like Dylan Strome. Like Strome is just such a weird.
Yeah, it feels like it shouldn't have an E at the end.
Yeah.
Strom.
Like it just the way the word ends is uncomfortable. I want there to be a little bit more.
I would pronounce it Strom.
Like every time I see
Strom,
David's last
Strom.
name, I want to
Room.
say Auger.
Yeah, a lot of people say that still. I'm like, no.
No,
I remember
joking.
when I first met Dave, like on Twitter, like I was like, hey, like I sent him a DM, I was like, hey, like, do you pronounce your name this way or this way? Like I was trying to be real polite, and Dave was like, oh, Jay, like he was like real aggressive with it.
I'm not aggressive. It's that's libel, I think.
I'll take
No, in print it's libel. That is
for 300, Alex.
slander. There. Right, slander in print it's libel. That's the legal term for it.
Yes.
From Spider-Man. Right, okay.
Yeah. Libel is in the library. Slander is spoken.
That's a good one. I like that.
You're
Very cool.
welcome.
Very cool.
Via my 7th grade civics teacher, Mr. McPherson.
Wow, he must have had some experience with that.
He was just a weird dude. I don't know. He ate raw bagels. He ate like untoasted bagels. Like he just took them out of the bag and ate them. Like didn't like open them or butter them or toast them or anything. Just ate like straight bagels. And then like he told us he was in love with the Constitution.
I would never
He loved it more than his wife.
fight that man ever. Oh my God. I wonder if he was at January 6th.
He must be so miserable for what they've done to the Constitution, how they wipe their ass with the Constitution.
I really wonder, like, people say they love the Constitution. I'm like, okay, people actually read it, and then people that don't know it at all.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing.
He was an interesting dude.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Mr. Malott in high school, where he said factoring, like mathematical factoring, is the meaning of life. I'm like, man.
No.
I don't know if I've ever factored
Sorry,
anything
dude.
afterwards.
No.
That's sad.
But he was also quite ancient even when I was there. I
We
would,
had a
if he's still
teacher-
alive, I would be surprised. Come to think of it,
we
Go,
had
Mr.
a,
Malone.
I didn't have them but we had a math teacher in high school, and I forget what country she was from, but she said fucktering because of her accent. Everyone, yeah,
That's what high school is made for.
exactly,
Right there.
exactly.
Factoring.
Fucktering.
Factoring. Damn, I don't even remember how to factor. Sorry, Mr. Malott.
No, see,
Like
what foil? What? First,
yeah,
outside,
exactly.
inside,
Oh
last,
my
but what is-
god.
but I'm still, but I know it's first, outside, inside, last. But I'm like, I still don't know what's fucking first.
I don't even remember that far. Jesus. And I'm a programmer. Like I should know how to do
Yeah.
math stuff. Nope. I tell the computer to do it for me.
No.
So the Habs' next game, now that they're on a more regular schedule, now that they don't have like a game every 2 weeks, Winnipeg Jets on Saturday at home. And then, to my great chagrin, Habs will be in Vegas next week. God damn it.
Let's go back.
And
it's
they've
fine.
had a hot start, Vegas.
Oh,
Fucking
they're
hate Vegas.
undefeated. Vegas. That's crazy.
What?
They are the first cup-winning team in history to have a next season start as crazy as that. Also, the fucking Bruins are also on a heater.
Yeah.
They are undefeated this
They
season.
just lost tonight, I think.
Yay.
Oh, Brad Marchand, I'm so sorry. Not. Who did they lose to?
Ooh, that's a great
I
question.
should have that.
I just saw people talking shit on the internet, and I was like, okay, interesting. The Ducks.
Oh
Oh
my god!
I definitely benched. I think I definitely benched. What's his face? The Michigan kid. Not like the Michigan kid, but the kid that does Michigan.
The Michigan. Oh,
That he's on the Ducks. I
Fancy
benched him tonight.
McPherson. Yeah. What
Yeah,
was his name?
I benched him because I was like, Brad Marchand's gonna beat him. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just for fun. I'm not gambling.
I gambled.
I you do.
Trevor
Listen,
Zegras.
my fantasy team is yes.
And to help you
fantasy-
remember, Trevor Zegras also wears number 11. So.
Oh.
there you go.
Also, so does Travis Konechny, and no, wait, no, he doesn't. Just have the same. Maybe he does. We have the same birthday. I do remember that. He's my birthday buddy.
What's more important, hockey numbers or your birthday, Beth? God damn it.
Depends on the player. Oh, no, Konechny does wear 11.
A lot of cool
We're
people
just
wear 11.
4 years apart. So he wears 11. We have the same birthday.
Oh. All right. So that's all the hockey, man. That's all the hockey I could think of today. Yep, talk the Pride tape and how ridiculous that is. I guess we could talk about Shane Pinto and him being suspended for 41 games
While trying to get a new contract.
and a contract year. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're
This
trying to give him
guy-
a bridge deal, and he was like, no.
This guy is 22 years old, gets in trouble gambling.
Hey, what were the circumstances?
I think that's all quite mercurial right now.
Yeah,
I was following along.
Murky?
Mercurial.
Mercurial.
Meaning
Okay.
shifting, foggy. Don't really know yet.
Right.
What the hell is the Elliot Friedman was tweeting about it, and I was getting some stuff from him, and I was trying to read up on some articles too. And the consensus that I think is so far, from what I've read, is that sports gambling, but it wasn't hockey related.
It wasn't NHL related.
Right.
They
Okay.
didn't. So it could have been.
A lower league,
A lower
European league,
Yeah.
which seems
Um,
very niche to bet on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So like, and they said that it was like there was weird shit going on his account that like it was flagged by like a third party like survey. I don't know. There's like somebody was like it's some third party was like looking at accounts or whatever, and like the activity on his account was flagged and then given to NHL officials. So I don't know. They were very specific, and they said not NHL related. Like I was thinking either another league or another sport, or like he was maybe like doing weird things like to signal things to other people that were able to like watch the account. I don't know. I've seen
Okay.
them
It's
that
like something
movie-
very bad.
So
Like it could
yeah,
be worse than we know because that's a lot of games.
it's weird. I'm reading something from the Associated Press, the AP right now. I'll just read it verbatim. People don't mind. Yep. Okay. Pinto, 41 games on Thursday. He is the first modern day hockey player banned for sports gambling. Modern day. Was somebody else banned?
Al
as
Pacino
opposed
was
to the
probably
Knights
a
of the
hockey
Round
player.
Yeah,
Table.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
right? So League said the half-season ban was for activities, quote, activities relating to sports wagering, unquote. And the investigation found no evidence Pinto bet on NHL games. It did not release other details, including what Pinto did or how he was caught. Okay. Pinto says, I want to apologize to the NHL, the Senators, my teammates, the fans, the city of Ottawa. Unnecessary. And most importantly, my family. Weird. Most importantly, your family. Come on. No. So, but it's strange. Pinto said in a statement released by the team, I take full responsibility for my actions and look forward to getting back on the ice with my team. Okay, in February? January?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it, guys.
Yeah.
Pinto is not appealing the suspension. Part of an
He got caught red-handed with
Yeah.
fucking something.
part of an agreement among the league, player, and NHL players. Wait. An agreement among the league, player, and NHL players association to resolve the situation. The league said it considers the matter closed, barring any new information in the case. Wow, a slam bam, thank you, ma'am. Done.
Yeah.
Ooh. Maybe he just bet on something and they can't do that. But if he was betting on basketball, who fucking cares? I'm not sure. It's a
Especially
weird one.
because they're not being transparent about the circumstances. Like I think that there's something a lot worse that we don't know.
That's more about it. Oh shit, there's like 4 other paragraphs. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a whole page left. I would keep reading.
Oh, okay.
Told reporters, coach said that Coach DJ Smith told reporters at the team's morning skate in New York that the Senators could help Pinto and welcome him back with open arms when he's eligible to return. Okay, that would be middle of the season. Once Pinto signs a contract, he is currently an unsigned restricted agent and was the last player in that category without a deal, something this suspension begins to explain. AP is saying this. Shane is a valued member of our hockey club, an engaging, intelligent young man who made poor decisions that have resulted in a suspension by the National Hockey League, the Senators said in a statement. We know he is remorseful for his mistakes. The Ottawa Senators fully support the NHL's rules on gambling. While saddened to learn of this issue, the entire organization remains committed to Shane and will work together to do what is necessary to help provide the support to allow him to address his issues and become a strong contributor to our community. Full statement from the Senators.
Yeah.
They also had a player go to the hospital tonight.
Oh, what was the circumstances of that?
I saw the tweet like hours ago.
What team? Sorry?
The Senators.
Oh.
Eric Brandstrom is alert, has use of it, has
Oh,
extremities, and has been transported to
no.
local hospital for further evaluation.
A lot of people were saying
Yes.
this was going to be the Senators' year too, and
They had a
man, it sucks when you play a contact sport and your doctors suck.
apparently it was so people are saying it was
It's
a
a
late and
doctor's
dangerous
fault.
hit, but I don't know who did what.
Oh god, my poor foot. That's too bad about Brandstrom. Didn't hear about that. More about Pinto. Pinto is the latest professional athlete suspended since the U.S. Supreme Court cleared the way for legalized sports wagering in 2018. 10 football players have been banned for gambling. Calvin Ridley missing the entire 2022 season for betting on games in the league. The NBA and Major League Baseball have not announced any recent gambling punishments, though the topic is growing across college sports. Oh boy. Not in the U.S., Jesus Christ. What else is going on with this stuff? The NHL and the NHLPA collective bargaining agreement says that gambling on any NHL game is prohibited. NHL teams can go as far as prohibiting employees from hockey organizations to the business side from even joining fantasy leagues for money. So it's a big, of course, makes sense. Conflict of interest. The Senators in 2021 became the first team to add a gambling-related entity as a helmet sponsor with Bet99. Their home helmets now bear the logo of Betway, an international gambling company.
Yeah, the glorification of
Really?
of gambling.
I mean, it's
And-
like,
and the managing of games and all of that. It's all very
yeah, that's
nefarious to me.
yeah, not.
And like the
Again.
fans don't want it. Like the fans do not care. Like we know we can bet on games. We know.
Ooh,
We
Yeah.
something really
You have to
interesting.
remind us at every commercial and fucking
Yeah.
every intermission. And I don't watch intermissions.
no. Because
Nope.
Nope.
there's no point.
Now, finally, something interesting in this article. Before Pinto, the last NHL players to be suspended for gambling were Billy Taylor, that we all know, Don Gallinger, and Babe Pratt back in the 1940s.
Ooh, that's funny.
I want to know
Like,
who
who are these
Babe
people?
Pratt is. What a fucking, that's a
Babe
hockey
Pratt.
name. Babe
Yeah.
Pratt. Coming down the rear
Sounds like a
boards.
Black Hawk.
Yeah, I know, right?
Chicago.
Okay, I'm going to look him up. Babe Pratt.
Yeah, Babe Pratt. Where is he from?
Babe
Is it
Pratt
1 T or 2?
was a Walter Peter Babe Pratt. His nickname's Babe. His real name's Walter.
From what team?
He played for Rangers,
The
the Leafs,
Rangers?
and the Bruins.
Oh,
He was
Didn't
a
get any of them
long
right.
time Ranger though in the 30s.
wow.
He played defense. Those numbers look like defense numbers. Yes. Okay, he played defense. Yeah, played for the Hershey Bears. Wow, Hershey Bears have been around for a while. Holy shit.
He
Anyway,
was number
41
11.
games.
What?
Oh, really?
He
Number
wore 11?
11, yeah.
Babe Pratt, baby. All right. In 1998, he was ranked number 96 on the Hockey News list of the 100 greatest hockey players. Oh, how cool. Back in 98. Poor guy
Yeah, I
passed
gotta
away
go.
at the age of 72 in 1988 in Vancouver, British Columbia. He was a Manitoba boy, though.
That is super cool. You got a haircut, eh?
I did get a haircut, eh?
Looks good.
Finally, I know I got to go to Montreal this weekend, for a
Looks very good.
Cirque de Boudoir party. It's gonna be
Okay.
it's gonna be a fucking thing.
Yeah, anyway, to tie that up with a little bow for Shane Pinto, 41 games. It's an extreme punishment, and it's not going to be appealed, and he accepts responsibility. So
It's
glad,
just
like I say, he got caught red-handed doing something bad.
it's just crazy
And,
that
we're
like
never going to know what it is.
Yeah.
people cause other people to have like season-ending injuries or like career-ending injuries or threatening injuries, and they get like 15-20 games.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Rarely.
I'm reading more about Babe Pratt. Yeah, 41 games for gambling, yet somebody can get like 7 games for
Like just
literally
smacking somebody's head on
fighting
that, yes.
somebody. You know what I mean? It's so
Yeah.
ridiculous. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Babe was an important. I'm going to wrap up the whole Babe Pratt thing very soon. But Babe was an important member of 2 Stanley Cup winning teams: the 1940 Rangers, and the 1945
Rangers! We're
Leafs.
winning right now.
Which is okay. We can give the Leafs that one. He won the Hart Trophy in 44. Was inducted into the
Yeah.
Hockey Hall of Fame in 66.
Oh yeah, King. He's dead.
Let's
but he
see
can still hear me.
when. Oh my God, Pratt collapsed and died of a heart attack in the media lounge of the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver during a
Oh my
during a
God.
Canucks game.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Yeah, and the Canucks that season honored Pratt's memory by stitching Babe on their sweaters for the remainder of the hockey season back in '88.
Wow.
Damn, that's too bad.
That is too bad.
Oh, he was a babe. Look him up. Guy was a babe. Made sense.
He was handsome.
Guy was a babe.
He was handsome. I like his eyebrows. He would definitely fit in with
It's
us.
like a Canadian Elvis.
Yeah. Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, real nice. But yeah, the whole Shane Pinto thing, that's crazy. That's nuts. It's so I mean, if you're gonna advertise it, get ready to reap
Yeah,
what you
cute.
sow. Oh man.
What's wrong?
Well, I'm just
Oh.
him as a much older.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's what Elvis Presley would have looked like in his elder age.
Elvis, what a goddamn shame.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Fuck that guy.
There's just so much like yeah, like he
And
he married Priscilla. Like it's basically pedophiles. Him, the fucking
Yeah.
other guy,
Mhm.
the oh baby, that's what I like. That guy, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh my God, that's
They're
right.
all pedophiles. Those people.
Yep.
Mhm.
Back when it was normal.
Yep,
That's
It
what
was a
couple
different
kids wanted
time,
to go back to, by the
Veronica.
way.
We just married off our teenage daughters to very rich
they were so
people
annoying,
to
you just gotta get rid
secure
of them.
lives
Yeah.
for our families. Essentially, awful. Ugh.
Yeah.
Um,
And also
Sorry.
Dirty Dancing, the movie.
Yup.
Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze's pushing 40.
like you
and
watch as an
apparently
adult,
the
you're like,
girls in
get
high
away
school-
from that girl.
Get away from that nice Jewish girl in upstate New
Or
York.
like if you watch like The Little Mermaid and she's like 60, she's like, I love him, Daddy. And I'm like, no, you fucking don't.
Did you watch the new one,
I have not yet. No.
dude?
the real life one.
Yeah. The modern
I
one.
did.
It was
And I
decent.
didn't I never really watched The Little Mermaid when the kids were little because they just kind of passed
Oh,
that Little
Yeah,
Mermaid.
It wasn't
kind
quite my
phase.
Disney
See,
movie.
I liked that one.
either.
And then the sequel when they have
Yeah.
a daughter and her name's Melody. Amazing.
Oh no, shit, nice.
Her name's
Um,
Melody.
as
She looks
like-
just like Eric. It's great.
Yeah, as a film it was nice, but yeah, it was just kind of weird. I mean, like I'll never watch the Aladdin with Will Smith.
I've seen it one time. That was enough.
I'm never going to.
Oh
You
my
can't
God, they
top
made a live.
The original Aladdin.
There
yeah,
is
Aladdin.
a live
Yeah,
action.
Will Smith was
Aladdin?
Genie. Yeah.
Yeah, with Will
was
Smith.
Genie.
Oh my God, that's right. Oh, my brain opened up. Oh my God. Awful. Will Smith, he's no fucking.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
There's no way. They could have put Jim Gaffigan as the genie, and I would have been like, yes,
I would have watched.
perfect.
I would have watched.
Could you imagine? Jim
But you can't improve upon perfection. Like the Aladdin is Aladdin. That's it. Like don't like they remade White Man Can't Jump. We tolerated 8 minutes of it.
Oh boy.
Why are you remaking White Man Can't Jump?
Oh boy.
Like I would like new movies. Like just make new
Yeah.
stories.
Don't
like
don't
there's so
take a
many-
perfect movie
Yeah.
and make it shitty and make another version of it and it's shitty. Like I don't get it.
Know what's the craziest thing for me with and it was so distracting to me in the new Little Mermaid was that
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess this up. Javier
Javier Bardem.
Bardem was King Triton.
Triton.
And I was like, holy shit.
He is one of those faces you can't suspend your disbelief. You're like, that is Javier Bardem.
That's Javier Bardem.
like,
That guy is a
or like if you see Christopher Walken in something, you're like, that's Christopher
Yeah,
Walken.
that is a King Mermaid man. That's
Yeah.
Javier Bardem. And he was the dude in No Country for Old Men with the cattle prod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he gonna do a cattle prod, Ursula here? Let's go. Anyway. That's it for hockey I have. Okay, we got some
did-
time to talk about other
Did
stuff.
you guys
if you want.
see the cool thing that became a possession of mine this week?
You got a jersey.
I did not get a jersey.
The helmet.
You got a helmet.
I did.
It's a helmet.
It's so small. Like
Game worn. It's small.
it's
SMOL.
so small.
Is it
so
game worn
tiny.
and with a
It is,
visor?
yeah, it is game worn. There's like scuffs all over it. And
Can I
like,
see the inside of it?
yeah.
Oh, that's different than the
Ooh.
one I have. Cool, because I have a game worn one too somewhere. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know when it's from.
Yeah.
But like
What-
it even
Is it Bauer?
says- Huh? It is a Bauer, yes.
Okay,
It is a
okay,
Bauer.
okay,
But it
cool.
even I don't know if it'll show, but like it even says like right here, like small, petit,
Mm-hmm.
everything, all that. But yeah, this is
That's pretty damn cool. That's the crown of
It's
the
very
Lord right
cool.
there.
exactly this is the Lord's crown.
Can you tell us how you procured that, Beth?
It was a gift from a wonderful person.
You fought somebody for
Very
it
wonderful person.
in the pit
who-
of snakes.
Somebody who thought that they saw this and they were like, I'm gonna get this thing and give it to a person. Give it to
Oh
me.
my god.
And I'm just floored and grateful and so very lucky. I still have not met Paul. I'm still working on it, but like
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
yeah, like I have to like show up at his house or something. Like there's a couple people that I know via Twitter that are like, Paul lives down the street or Paul lives in my city. And I'm like,
Just go to the grocery store in that neighborhood 7
I'm just
days a
gonna
week
Yeah.
Just camp out there.
until he
Like,
shows up.
it's like, oh,
Um,
now I need milk.
Yeah, exactly.
And run over there.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I'm so
That's
excited.
super
Like this
cool,
is
Beth.
like one of the coolest fucking things that I've ever like held in my hands or been able to call mine. Like this honestly tops like seeing the Stanley Cup for me personally, like just because of how much I love Paul Byron. But yeah.
And extremely thoughtful for somebody to be thinking of you.
Incredibly
and get you
thoughtful
that
and
just,
generous. Like I opened the box and I was speechless, floored,
yeah.
absolutely floored.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very
How
cool.
lovely.
Ooh, so good job.
Very happy for you.
I got a toy French fry thing. That's
Oh, that's
that-
fun.
that's
Why
what
are
I
they
got.
You
white?
showed me that last week.
Oh, I did. It's
Why are they-
because the green screen's fucking with the color.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
A little McDonald's fries.
Little
That's
McDonald's
cute.
fries.
I like it.
Yeah.
That was
I love
nice.
Very
I had
cute.
French fries for
And
dinner.
he's got this whole miniature setup.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
From
I have slimes that I've been trying to use for to like keep my hands busy while we're podcasting. So like this one is gonna look terrible on camera probably, but it's supposed to be pink and shiny, but it just looks weird, I think.
It looks white and shiny.
Yeah, and it's like a pale pink and shiny, and then this one is like they call it like emerald green, but it's green and shiny and glittery.
Ooh,
yeah.
But they're not like sticky slimes, like they're it's like silly putty texture.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just keep them on my desk so that way like I'm not like, let me do dumb things on my phone instead of podcasting. Dave, are you all right over there?
Yes, I'm scratching my beard.
I've been scratching my foot.
What did you do to your foot?
Everyone's itchy.
It's because we're unwashed.
The weather's changing. It got very cold here all of
Oh.
a sudden.
Yes.
Gotta-
Not- and by
gotta
very
lotion-
cold,
get
I
that
mean
Jergens.
zero when I left the house today.
Ooh,
Jergens.
that is chilly.
And so, and very suddenly, it went from being very,
Balmy.
balmy to very, very cold all of a sudden. And so it's just doing a number on my skin right now. My skin's very dry, like all that indoor heating
Ooh,
and stuff like that just
yeah.
dries you right up.
That
Yeah.
is coming Sunday for New York, where I am. Holy crap, that's nuts.
The cold?
Yeah, holy Jesus.
I was literally in a t-shirt
Mm.
last week outside walking.
Yeah.
Lucky.
We're gonna be in the 30s until Tuesday.
It's going from a high of 22 on Saturday to a high of 10 on Sunday. Just
Sorry, not 30s, but like low, like high 20s. So like
What
today
is that
and
in
tomorrow-
Canadian?
no, that
26.
was Canadian.
That
This is
wasn't
Canadian.
Canadian.
That
This is Canadian. We're
You're in the
this is-
30s?
22 to 10.
Holy
We're
shit.
we're almost in the 30s. We're like highs of like 26 to 28 until Tuesday, and then it's gonna suddenly drop to 14. as a
To
high.
the American listeners, or to those that use more numbers unnecessarily,
Yeah.
it'll be 72 degrees high to a 50-degree high on Sunday.
And then we're doing
So that's a drop of 20 degrees, which is substantial.
we're
in
going from
America.
highs of 81 to 57.
Yeah. And then we're finally going to be below freezing next
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
We do not get
Sweet.
that yet.
Fucking can't wait for it. Gonna watch water freeze on the pavement. Yeah.
Woo. You just like crack an egg and you just wait for it to
Yeah,
freeze instead of
Yeah, the egg's
Aye.
frozen. It's gonna take a while.
gross.
Yeah. Cool. So, as we were discussing before we started recording properly, I was in Vegas this past weekend. It was awesome because I went to go to the second edition of the When We Were Young festival, and it was
Yeah.
much fun. I'm just going to go over the people that I saw, starting at, let's see here, where was it? Starting at noon Sunday this past weekend.
Sunday.
Started with the Ataris, went over to Motion City Soundtrack, Something Corporate, Newfound Glory. Then I had to take a break because I was in the pit for Newfound Glory in the desert in 90-degree heat, which is like 28 or 30 in Canadian
That's
reckoning.
like almost 40.
Oh, is it? Oh, excuse me.
I
That's
think.
really hot.
Pretty
Yeah,
hot.
it's
Yeah,
almost-
it was
it's like
it was
upper
pretty hot.
30s.
I was rocking out with my substantial punk out. Then yeah, I took a little break. Then I walked over to one of the other stages, and as I mentioned to Beth earlier, Tiger's Jaw was playing. Band, I didn't know that but well,
Pop punk.
but they were flabbergasted that they were following Michelle Branch,
The Michelle Branch.
which is somebody whom I had to look up once I got home because people were going nuts for Michelle Branch. She has the song Everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere.
Me.
Everywhere to me. Did she also do the piano, the one where the piano's in the road?
No, she's not on when she's on the like the tractor trailer with the piano.
Yeah,
That's not Michelle Branch.
that's Vanessa something from White Chicks.
Who is that freaking? All right, Piano Highway, not the Dead
White
movie
Chicks, a White Chick song.
song White Chick. Vanessa Carlton,
Vanessa Carlton,
which is not Michelle Branch.
not Michelle Branch.
Michelle Branch is way cooler. Anyways, so on the other stage, I saw Finch and the Academy Is, which was super fucking cool. Then I went back over to the main stages where Sum 41, which was great. Rise Against, which is I think a band from Calgary. I could be wrong. Good Charlotte. Then probably the worst set of the evening was 30 Seconds to Mars. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, fuck them.
Jared Leto
can go
is a fucking
die in a
weirdo.
fire.
He's
terrible.
Awful. Just terrible. He's like, hello, Nevada. It's like, bitch, we're in Vegas. Are you kidding me? And he's like, oh, wait, I'm actually one of you beautiful people now because I live here. Yeah, because you're a fucking actor, dude. Like,
He's gross.
the best thing he did on screen was get beat up by fucking Edward Norton in Fight Club. Anyway.
He has an unjustified amount of confidence.
Yeah, and it's
self-confidence.
awful.
Michelle Branch used to be married to the drummer of the Black Keys.
Used to be?
They got divorced last year.
Okay, because she was married to another dude who was way older than her for a number of years.
Yeah, Teddy Landau.
Mm-hmm.
She had a baby with him. And that was before the drummer of the Black Keys. But now she's a single lady, so if anybody would like to hit up Michelle Branch.
Oh, single branches. Thank God. 30 Seconds to Mars was followed by The Offspring, who were awesome.
Hell
who were
yeah.
followed by Blink-182, which was
Hell yeah.
awesome. Followed by, of course, the almighty Green Day, or as we call it, Jus de Verre.
I love them.
Green Day was fucking cool. But that's it.
I love them.
That's what I saw. That's all I'm going to talk about. What did you guys do or see?
I went to the zoo in DC
Whoa.
with our friend Dominique.
Yay.
So Dominique and I have like a lot of inside jokes, but like we have a thing like with birds. Like we share bird pictures all the time.
Birds are
And-
so weird.
Birds are so fucking weird, and there's so many different kinds, and they just like do weird shit.
Tweet, motherfucker.
Exactly. And so I live in Virginia. I don't know if Dominique wants me to say what state she lives in. She lives in lives in New England. And so we met in DC to go to the National Zoo, the Smithsonian Zoo, because they were supposed to have they redid their aviary. They recently reopened it. It had been closed for a hot minute. And like that was the whole point. We wanted to see other animals, but we were like, let's go see these fucking birds. We had planned this to happen like in the spring, had to get postponed. We get there, the fucking aviary is closed for renovations that they were supposedly just renovated. So we did not get to go like the
Damn
whole
it.
like the bird house, like where they have other birds inside the bird house. I think that was cool, but like the really big like netted area with like all the like really cool like free flying birds in it, that was closed. And
Damn
we were
it.
both like, what the fuck? We still had a great time. We saw lots of really cool stuff. We saw there were other birds in other locations as well. It wasn't just in like the bird areas. But like there were birds we were hoping to see, like we'd never seen in person, that we didn't get to see because the aviary was closed and like lots of other stuff. But we had a good time. Also the zoo closed early because they had like a Halloween event going on. I don't know, like if you play video, it was weird. So like if you've ever played a video game where like the playing area, like they force it to get smaller to like make you like combat with other people. So like the game ends, like so like one of you dies and the game ends or whatever. They kept doing that. Like they would like close off like sections of the zoo and they were just like pushing people out like after like 2 p.m. And excuse me. So like we had a good time. Like it's always a good time when we get to hang out, but it felt like Washington DC was like trying to just like get rid of us. So we like left the zoo earlier than we'd intended to, but we ended up having this really great dinner at there's this chain in DC/Northern Virginia called it's called Plant, but it's like PLNT. They have some standalone restaurants, and then they also have restaurants located inside like places like Whole Foods. But it's basically like vegan Five Guys, but they have like other stuff besides. They have like burgers, chicken sandwiches, fish sandwiches. They have vegan soft serve, which was okay. It was not coconut based, which was a plus, but it wasn't like almond or cashew based, which would have made it creamier. The food was delicious. We had a great time. But the birds were not birding. So but that's what I did this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But it was fun. It was just not as expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. You made a weekend out of it anyway.
Exactly.
We had at the last minute, so Robbie and I just celebrated our 13th anniversary.
Holy
And
shit.
In high
so-
school.
We've been together since the night that we met, like quite literally. And so, which happened to be his birthday. So our anniversary and his birthday are like it's a 2-for-1 special. And so lately we've been spending both of our birthdays. We've been going away to Whistler, and it worked out that we were able to get away this past weekend. I took Monday off as a sort of a last minute vacation day request, and we had such a lovely time. The weather for the first couple days was not great, really rainy, and which didn't matter because our goal was just to relax and just chill out. And we had the dog. Saturday was beautiful, to go outside and just like dinners, lots of sleep, and just hanging out and being together. It was just really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. And the
Yes.
nicest day weather-wise of the weekend, of course, was the day we left. But it was really nice.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Good
Yeah.
job, everybody, this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, especially because we weren't quite sure what we were going to do, and then this fell in our lap, so it was great.
That's fantastic. I love
Yeah.
when like stuff like that happens. We were just like,
Yeah.
here you
We
go.
don't plan
You're
too
given a
much,
gift.
and just things work out.
So apparently Montreal is going to host the Diving World Cup in 2024, and somebody tweeted Stutzla to Montreal.
I was about to say, is Stutzla gonna be there? Such a good time. Such a good time.
That just popped up on my notification.
What a bad reputation, eh? Even in the NHL, like it's not just fans,
You know what the thing is?
players.
Let's just talk about how this is happening to the Sens right now with Shane Pinto. Sens are gonna send. Doesn't matter who's in charge.
Yep.
Now we
Yep.
know it's a cursed franchise.
Yes, they're cursed.
I
They
think
need an
that's
old
it.
witch and a young witch.
Mm-hmm,
Several frogs.
And
And then I don't know, some herbs or something.
something
Cinnamon.
else was coming on here. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. Actually, I think we're all done.
Yeah.
I believe that's everything that we have to say for today. So,
Yep.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining in. We'll have to see how things go next week. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, I found us a new
bye.
listener.
Who?
Oh, I found us a new listener in Squamish. One night we went to on the way home. We stopped in Squamish at the Boston Pizza because they have lots of TVs to watch
Yeah.
the last period of the Habs game. And we sat at the bar. We like to sit at the bar because there's all the action going on,
Yeah.
and we can always get a table. And then there was a guy sitting next to us who happened to be from Ontario, was
Ooh.
watching the Habs game, and he was totally into it. And like Robbie is telling him, yeah, she's so into it. She's on a podcast. It's called the Happy Hour, And then anyway, we got our dinner, and then later on, he goes, the guy next to me goes, "Is your name Beth?" And I go, I go, no, I'm Veronica. I'm like, Beth and I look alike, but he had already brought up the
That's
podcast
amazing.
and said he was going to listen.
Well, hello, dude from the bar.
Jordan, if you're watching or
Hello.
listening, welcome to the happy hour.
Fantastic. Welcome. And now we're gone. Bye.
Okay, now we gotta go. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Put it